Let me guess something about you. You've watched dozens of self-improvement videos. You've saved them, you've nodded your head while listening, maybe you even paused the video at some point and told yourself, yeah, this is exactly what I need. I'm gonna start doing this. And for a moment, it felt real. For a moment, you believed that this time things were going to be different. But then the video ended and nothing actually changed. You already know what you're supposed to do. Wake up earlier, focus on one goal, remove distractions, be disciplined, work harder than yesterday. You've heard these ideas over and over again. In fact, you probably don't need another video telling you what to do. The information isn't the problem. The advice isn't the problem. The real problem is something much deeper. Because if knowledge alone created change, your life would already be completely different by now. The truth is, you're still here watching videos like this because you're searching for an answer you already have. You keep hoping the next video will unlock something inside you, something that suddenly makes everything easier, something that finally pushes you to act. But the uncomfortable truth is that the problem isn't that you don't know what to do. The problem is that you keep lying to yourself about when you're going to do it. And if that sentence makes you feel a little uncomfortable, that's actually a good thing. Because this video isn't here to motivate you, it's here to show you the pattern you keep repeating. Let's talk about what actually happens, not what you say you'll do, but what you really do. You watch a video about waking up early. It sounds powerful. It sounds like the solution to everything. So you get excited. You set your alarm for 5 a.m. You imagine yourself becoming productive, disciplined, unstoppable. Then the alarm rings the next morning. And what happens? You hit snooze. You tell yourself, it's fine, I'll start on Monday. Monday arrives, you wake up, grab your phone, scroll for an hour, and promise yourself that next week will be different. But next week looks exactly the same. You save more videos, you write down new goals in your Notes app, you screenshot motivational quotes, you tell yourself you're preparing to change, but preparing is not the same as starting. And the worst part is something most people never notice about themselves. You keep changing the goal. One month, you decide you're going to focus on fitness. You plan workouts, you watch gym videos, you imagine a completely different body. The next month, you suddenly decide you need a side hustle, so you start researching business ideas instead. Then the next month, you switch again. Now you want to learn a new skill, maybe coding, maybe editing, maybe trading. You're always about to start something, but you never stay committed long enough to see results. If that sounds familiar, here's the truth you need to hear. You don't have a motivation problem. You don't even have a discipline problem. You have a decision problem. You keep giving yourself the option to quit before you even begin. And as long as that option exists, you will use it every single time. Now here's something most self-improvement videos don't talk about. The more choices you give yourself, the weaker your actions become. Think about your mornings. When you wake up, you ask yourself a question. Do I feel like getting up early today? That's a choice. And when you're tired, the answer will almost always be no. In the evening, you ask yourself another question. Do I feel like working on my goal tonight? That's another choice. And when Netflix is one click away and your bed feels comfortable, the answer is usually no again. Then you sit down to work and think, maybe I'll just check my phone quickly. Another choice, and you already know what happens next. You think you're being flexible. You think you're listening to your mood or your body, but what you're actually doing is giving yourself permission to stay exactly the same. High performers aren't successful because they have more willpower than you. They're successful because they have fewer decisions to make. They don't wake up and ask themselves whether they should wake up early. They wake up at the same time every single day. No negotiation. They don't sit down and ask if they feel like working. They simply start working at the same time every day. They don't wonder if they should check their phone. Their phone isn't even in the room. This is something called zero-choice living, and it's one of the most powerful productivity ideas that almost nobody talks about. The idea is simple. Remove the decisions before they happen, because when you remove the choice, you remove the excuse. Let's be very clear about something for a moment. Motivation is unreliable. Inspiration fades quickly, and feelings lie to you all the time.
The only thing that actually creates consistent progress is structure, and structure means rules. Not suggestions, not hopes, not goals. Rules. Rules that exist whether you feel like following them or not. For example, rule number 1 could be a fixed wake-up time. Not "I'll try to wake up early," not "I'll wake up early on weekdays," a specific time, every single day. No snooze, no extra minutes. Rule number 2 could be a fixed work hour. You don't ask yourself if you're in the mood to work, you simply start working at the same time every day. Because here's something important most people misunderstand. Motivation does not create action. Action creates motivation. But you will never experience that if you keep waiting until you feel ready. Rule number 3 could be removing your phone from your workspace. Not on silent, not face down on the desk, out of the room, somewhere you can't reach it without physically standing up and leaving your work. Because if your phone is within reach, you will check it. You already know that. These rules aren't habits yet. Habits require repetition and time. Rules are immediate. You follow them because they exist, and that's the entire point. The reason most people keep failing isn't because they're weak or lazy. It's because they keep giving themselves an escape route. They say things like, "I'll wake up early unless I'm really tired. I'll work on my goal unless something comes up. I'll stay off my phone unless it's important." Every "unless" becomes an exit door, and when things get uncomfortable, you walk right through it. You're trying to change your life while keeping every old option available. You want the results of discipline without the discomfort of commitment. But real change doesn't happen when it's convenient. It happens when the option to stay the same disappears. So here's what I want you to do. Not forever, not for a year, just for 7 days, 1 week. If you can't commit to 7 days, then you're not serious about change yet. And that's okay, but at least be honest with yourself about it. For the next 7 days, you follow 3 non-negotiable rules. Rule 1, choose one fixed wake-up time. Set it once, wake up at that time every day for 7 days. No snooze, no extra minutes. Rule 2, choose one fixed work block. Just 1 hour every day where you focus on the one thing that actually matters to you. No phone, no distractions. 1 hour of real focus. Rule 3, take one measurable action towards your goal every day. Not planning, not researching, action. If your goal is fitness, move your body for 20 minutes. If it's building something online, spend an hour creating or improving something. If it's learning, study for 30 minutes with full focus. That's it. 7 days, 3 rules. Nothing complicated. Now, here's what will happen. The first 2 days will feel uncomfortable. Your brain will try to convince you to stop. By day 3 or 4, something interesting starts happening. It becomes slightly easier. Not because you suddenly became more motivated, but because you stopped deciding. You're just following the rule. By day 5 or 6, you start noticing real progress. And by day 7, you face a choice. You can go back to your old habits, the planning, the excuses, the "I'll start Monday," or you can keep going because now you've proven to yourself that you can. Most people will go back. They'll convince themselves they deserve a break. But you don't have to be most people. Another year will not magically change your life. Watching another 100 videos won't change it either. Saving more quotes won't change it. Making more plans won't change it. If tomorrow looks exactly like today, nothing changes. So here's the real question. Are you going to close this video and continue the same pattern, or are you going to choose your 3 rules right now? Write them down, set your alarm, and tomorrow morning when that alarm rings, don't think, just follow the rule. 7 days. Prove to yourself that this time you're not just watching, you're actually doing.